My dad kept disappearing every Thursday, and I finally followed him. I think I accidentally uncovered something either incredibly sad or incredibly criminal. My dad has this weird habit where every Thursday night he disappears from home. Same exact time every week, leaves around 8, comes back around 1 or 2 a.m. But before anyone says cheating, that's what I thought too. But my parents actually have a weirdly good relationship, like disgustingly healthy. My mom never seemed suspicious at all. Still, after noticing this for years, conspiracy finally got to. I can't read. Okay, I'm a little bit high. Forgive me. Last Thursday, I borrowed my friend's car and followed him. I drove almost an hour outside the city into one down industry area with barely any lights. Then he parked outside this old warehouse looking building. No signal, no business name, nothing. But there were other cars there too. I genuinely thought I discovered some underground gambling thing or cult. My dad walked inside carrying a duffel bag. I waited like 20 minutes before getting out and sneaking closer. Bro, I heard music. Not creepy music like old jazz music. People laughing. And then I looked through the dusty windows and saw maybe 40, 50 older people dancing inside. Like a full balloon dance. My dad wearing one of those old school suits vest I've never seen before. He looked happier than I've seen him in years, honestly. Then this older woman walked up and hugged him, and I swear my stomach dropped. Then suddenly my brain immediately went affair. I stayed there watching for almost an hour like a psychopath. At one point my dad sat alongside with the woman. She started crying while talking to him. He held her hand the whole time. I didn't know what I was looking at anymore. I finally confronted my dad, and honestly I feel horrible. Apparently, after my grandfather died, my dad fell into severe depression. Severe depression. Bana, isingesi kodwa Jesu. Isingesi masikubulala. You can see the span that like me and could barely sleep, barely function. Then one day he randomly found this community dancing group for all the people dealing with grief, divorce, loneliness, stuff like that. The woman I saw, her husband died 2 years ago, according to my dad. According to my dad. What's going on, nigga? They all basically become emotional support for each other. Then he admitted something that genuinely broke me. Sometimes I go there because it's the only place I don't feel old. I almost cried hearing that. Apparently he never told us because he felt embarrassed. My mom knew the whole time too, and the reason he looked so happy there is because he genuinely missed having hobbies and friendships outside work. How I feel insane for imagining secret criminal organizations. So yeah, no cult, no affair, no crime here, just lonely adults trying to survive aging. But honestly, this whole thing changed how I see my parents. You grow up thinking they're just mom and dad, then suddenly you realize they're actual people trying not to mentally collapse. Anyway, my dad taught me how to dance yesterday. I'm terrible at it. Oh, that's cute. Y'all want a new location? You just want to just shake my legs again. Shake my legs. Let me shake kwasa. I found a second phone hidden in my boyfriend's ceiling. Hey man. Ooh, you switched off. You just switched off. I think I'm gonna just sit here. Is that fine? Yeah, I'm gonna just sit here and read this. That's so perfect. That's actually so perfect. But we get to it. Yes, we do. Got your tea up like Corey kids. Get your tea, get your snacks. Get your nice KFC combo. See with the orders. See with the pop at the side. Yeah, man, that's all I want. I genuinely wish I never cleaned our apartment. My boyfriend and I moved in together 5 months ago. Everything was normal until yesterday when I noticed water damage near the ceiling storage panel in our hallway. I climbed up to check it and found out a hidden phone wrapped inside a grocery bag. At first I thought maybe it belonged to the previous tenant. Then it turned on and the lock screen was my boyfriend. I immediately felt sick. This wasn't his normal phone either. Completely different model. So obviously I checked it. No password. Biggest mistake of my life. There are a few hundred messages. Different women. Different names saved with emojis. Different personalities. Depending on who he was texting. One girl, he was a struggling musician. To another, he claimed he was an architect. To another, he literally pretended to be single and living alone. You've got yourself a cheater right there. You know, when I watch like cheater videos, when I go on these like cheater, what the fuck did I just say? You know, when you're just watching videos on, Facebook or X, wherever the platforms I might be watching it, and you're just going on a rabbit hole on cheating scandals and stuff like that. And then I can't look at when men cheat. I don't know why. But when the woman, okay, I think but since, you know what, let's just go finish the video over there anyway. This is terrible. But are you gonna just listen to me? I just, I look that good. And there was a nigga that was here because I was watching. So I can't be acting like a dumbass here, bro. Like, there's actual niggas watching me. This man had an entire side character multiverse. And apparently the hidden phone was specifically for maintaining all the lies separately. I sat on the floor for almost an hour shaking. Then I noticed something worse. One contact was saved as do not answer. Oh, shawty. Oh, you already know who the freak that is. You already know who that is, shawty. I'm so sorry. These niggas are chasing you. Oh, these niggas are coming here with their dog. Oh yeah, I think it's time to go home. The message underneath where I ruined my life. I know where you live. Tell your girlfriend the truth. Now I am scared and confused. I'm gonna be reading this story while I walk. I'm finishing this video. Hey, Baba. Update. I confronted him. At first, he denied everything until I physically handed him the phone. This man went white. Then instead of apologizing, he said, "You invaded my privacy." He's a nigga. He's a nigga. Bro, apparently he been lying compulsively since high school. Jesus. How old are you? Because he liked reventing himself. Brother, what are you doing? Around different people. That's already insane enough. But then he admitted something that made my skin crawl. Sometimes I don't even know which version of me is real anymore. That's like, cause now you see me ugly. See, now you're gonna just do this. When I just look at this, apparently the angry contact was an ex who discovered he was dating multiple women simultaneously. Honestly, the entire conversation felt like talking to a Netflix villain. Son Jeffrey, dumbest shit. Oh my god, we broke up immediately, but somehow it got worse afterwards. These different women contacted me after finding my Instagram. Turns out none of us knew each other. One girl has been dating him for almost 2 years. Another thought they were engaged. Oh my days. Apparently he rotated stories depending on who he was with and used the hidden phone to keep track. One girl literally made a spreadsheet connecting all the lies together like a detective board. Anyway, yeah, if your partner hides a second phone in the ceiling, maybe don't ignore that red flag. Yeah.